Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of MWN Weather Facts. I'm Kris Hardy with MemphisWeather.net, and today we're going to be talking about tropical cyclones. So this is a very appropriate topic to talk about considering we're right in the middle of hurricane season. So we're just going to be talking about what fuels a tropical cyclone, some impacts that it can have for coastlines and places that are further inland, and we're also going to be talking about some impacts that past storms have had on the Memphis area. So getting started, let's talk about how a tropical system forms. So you need a couple of factors to help create and fuel a storm. So you need warm ocean temperatures. The warmer, the more fuel that there will be for the tropical storm. You also need a pre-existing weather disturbance. You need low vertical wind shear and also a lack of dry air and more moisture in the environment. If the atmosphere is much more drier, then there's not going to be enough fuel for that storm to develop. So you need more moisture. So let's talk about some resulting weather that can happen from tropical cyclones on the coastlines or in tropical locations. So first off, you're going to have very heavy rainfall, and this rainfall can result in something called storm surge. Storm surge is basically just a rise in the water level past the normal tidal level that people on the coast are used to, and that results in large amounts of coastal flooding. So, like I said, flooding from storm surge or rain is also a big factor here with resulting weather, and we also have catastrophic winds that can occur as well. On the right over here, we have the Saffir-Simpson scale that kind of just tells us what category the hurricane would be based on the wind speed, and if it's not a hurricane yet, it tells you if it's a tropical storm or a tropical depression. So if it's anything higher than 74 miles per hour, it's going to be considered a hurricane, but if it's anything lower than 73 miles per hour, that's when it's a tropical storm or a tropical depression. So now moving further inland, some impacts that a tropical cyclone can have on those areas. You can still have heavy rain further inland and strong winds, and the flooding is not going to be as bad because you're not on the coast, so just minor flooding. You can also get tornadoes and widespread power outages and tree damage, as you can see on the right here. Now, discussing locations that can be affected by tropical cyclones, over here on the left is just a diagram of the United States and where tropical cyclones are the most prevalent. Down at the bottom, you can see it's much more red and orange and yellow. That's where tropical cyclones are going to happen the most. That's the southeast Atlantic coast and the Gulf Coast. But also some parts of the northeast coast can also be affected as well, but it is not as common as the Gulf Coast or the southeast Atlantic coast. And like I mentioned at the very beginning, we're in the middle of hurricane season right now. So this diagram on the right just shows you that hurricane season peaks in September, and the most active times that a tropical cyclone can occur is during mid-August to mid-October. So that's what this diagram on the right is showing. So now let's discuss some storms that have impacted the Memphis area. So first off, Hurricane Katrina in 2005. This impacted the Memphis area as it went through northeast Mississippi. The biggest impact with this hurricane for Memphis was a very strong east wind that allowed a few trees to get knocked down and also caused thousands of people without power. And now to more recent events, Tropical Storm Olga, which happened in 2019. This passed through Memphis with the most damage being to our east. There was straight line wind damage along the Tennessee River. And as you can see from this little video down here, the center of the storm tracked very close to Memphis. You can see the eye of the storm kind of moving right past it very close. And this caused multiple trees to fall down as well. So yeah, that is all I have for you guys. In regards to tropical cyclones, I hope you learned something new. If you like videos like this, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell so you get notifications whenever we post a new video. We're going to be doing more videos like this, and also we're going to be doing some severe weather coverage. So if that's something that piques your interest, make sure you subscribe and click the bell. Again, I am Kris Hardy with MemphisWeather.net. Thank you all for watching.